Hello, welcome to the DuLaw. In this episode, we're going to see how you can manage your finances. What I can say, finance is the heart of the DuLaw. When you are making the DuLaw, most of the time when you go to law firms, their biggest challenge was how we can manage finances. We are losing a lot of money in finances. We are not billing. We don't remember. We don't everything. The biggest concern was finances. That's why we as a DuLaw we spend a lot of time in creating the finance page. So we hope you will enjoy it. So let's get started. To get started with the finance is very easy. When we come to the finance, we have four menus. The first menu is invoice. Okay, so the invoice it take everything which you are billing your client, and the invoices are coming from project, coming from the IP, and coming from the services. So everything you can see it here in total. But at the same time, for example, when I go to the litigation, I go maybe let's go which one? I think this one. I go to this matter. You see here, when I come invoice, I'll be able to see there is an invoice here. So we have the invoice. This is for specific matter, uvunjaji wa nyumba. But at the same time, when I come here, I see all the invoices for the entire company. So we've made that way to manage your transaction and to do everything. So this is the invoice part. We come to see the invoice part in details. Okay. And another part is expenses. Expenses, this is also where you can record all of your expenses. There are two types of expenses. One expenses is coming from projects. For example, when you're creating, we saw there at the beginning, when you're creating a matter IP project, and for this IP project, there is a fee which you're paying to the agent. So that fee automatically it comes to your expenses. And when you go to your expenses, you'll be able to see. And even here, when I come here, I'm still able to see expenses. And I can add expenses direct from here, from the project, the same to the IP. But at the same time, there are some other expenses you cannot add from the project. For example, you are just paying the bill for electricity. You are not billing to any project. For that expenses, it's come under the general expenses. So remember, the expenses tab, it contains all expenses. So everything coming from project, from the IP, from the services, it completely come here. And at the same time, there are those general ones. And what is the transactions? Transaction, these are everything which you as a company you are making. For example, you will see when you buy anything, the money is coming in the when you're being paid. So if the customer there is an invoice, that invoice mark paid, so that amount is coming to your transaction. So we give you ability to see what is happening in your transaction in your company. So you'll be able to compare everything. And not only that, we have created, this is a brand new, it was not existing in DuLaw 1. This is for the DuLaw 2. You can create estimation. For example, you are in a discussion with the client so that you can create, this is like a pro forma, something like that. You can create a pro forma, you can send this one to the client, and the client will receive it. And then the discussion once it's done, there's ability to convert this pro forma to come to the invoice. And what we are trying to do, we have tried it also in the end, we come to compare how many estimation have you sent and how much have you received, so that to see the strength of the company, how are you doing as a company. And we have even re-engineered our dashboard so that to give you ability to see, you can see here the finance overview. You can see the total income, the total expenses, and the total estimation. And remember, like this, the progress bar is percentage of the bar based on the total sum. So you want to know, are you getting more income, or are you spending a lot, or are you sending more estimation? So what is about your firm? So which is which? So you can have the outlook or the overview of the performance of your firm direct from the dashboard. So when I come here, I see, oh man, I'm doing good. Man, I'm making more money than what I'm spending. Oh, I'm making more money than what I'm sending. Okay, the estimation, the meaning like if the estimation is very low, also there's a problem. We're not sending many quotes to the client. If estimation is more than the income, the meaning like we are sending more than what is accepted by the customers. So all of those maneuvers you'll be able to see. And not only that, when it comes to the invoice, we give you the highlights. You see how much invoice, what the total invoice, how much is being paid, how much is being unpaid, and what is the overdue, something like that. And you can see this is the total invoice. It's not including the draft. You can see the first started the draft. So when the invoice is just made, we don't count it. We don't put into this consideration. We put like unpaid, or whatever when it's just the status is just changed. The draft meaning is still under company. We're still working on it. The status is not being changed. And you can see on the top here, you'll be able to filter based on what you want. So the overall is like the finest part. It gives you a very good overview of your company. We hope this video is informative, and thank you for viewing.